Writing a short film is a great experience, and today you'll start with it. It's a miracle how text can convert to a dramatic visual story that touches your soul. When you make a short film, you bring a story to life. And because life is full of stories, you're surrounded with ideas for a film. It's just a matter of choosing the right story. A good story always contains a conflict or a problem. And if you really want your viewer to engage, the problem must be familiar. That's why a lot of filmmakers use ethical problems or dilemmas in their film. What will your main character experience that he will need to deal with? The choice between wrong and right? Or maybe the problem is less philosophic, like not knowing how to write a short film. Write down your story, define your problem or dilemma, and also write down how your main character is introduced to the problem. After that, define your main character and the rest of the cast. The activities of your characters, define them. So let them do something that is typical for them to do. These can be everyday habits, like drinking coffee in a certain way, or having a certain lifestyle. Introduce your characters so that your viewers will say, "Hey, I know how he feels," or "I know someone like that." Also introduce the world that your characters live in. Do they live in a city, in the present time, or maybe in some alternative world? Be creative. Once you've set up your characters and you've introduced the problem, it's time for the confrontation. At this point, the problem is gradually escalating to an extent that your main character is forced to make dramatic decisions. Will she fight the villain? Will he steal her heart? And which other problems will occur by making these decisions? During the confrontation, the main problem or dilemma unfolds. Your character will get deeper in trouble, and new, surprisingly dilemmas will reach the surface. By the end of the confrontation, it feels like all hope is gone for your character. But then, like a new dawn, your main character gets a new insight, finds a solution, or is being rescued out of his unfortunate situation. The problems are solving, and we reach the end of your short film. This is of course when you like to have a happy end. You can also decide that your character never solves his dilemma and that he will live unhappily ever after. A film script needs a clear visual description about what you're going to show. The beautiful nature, the heat of the moment, or that soft touch of heart. What will your short film look like? If you start adding details about lighting, surrounding and props, you convert your script into a screenplay. This is where visualization starts. As a bare minimum, always write down if your characters are performing at day or at night, and if they are inside or outdoors. But to prepare your short film for production, you will need to add more than that. So if you're going expert mode, describe your setting in the scene header. Write out the dialogue and set up the scenes. Make sure your characters talk the way they are, so let them use specific language that matches their character. Dialogue is very important in a film. Make it unique, funny, or dramatic. Now you have all the ingredients to start writing your short film, but I have one last advice. Just start. Writing is a skill like every other skill, and you will get better in it over time if you keep practicing. Good luck writing your first short film.